Why worry about the rift? It's not supposed to gobble up Arcadia for years, and I'm sure something else will kill you way before then.
393 suspect to me. There is no place to it.
Ready. Friendly. Hits off.
The idea is to kill them before you got here.
Oh, thank the stars. I was sure that was the end of me. Thank you for saving me. I wish I could return your kindness in some capacity, but I left everything behind when I fled. Though you're most welcome to my old Protectorate equipment on that ledge. I won't require any of it from here on out. That part of my life is behind me for good, it seems. The commander of the base to the east, Brigadier Montelli, has gone mad. He's executing loyal subjects as traitors on a whim, without even a mention of refreshment. He claims his actions are in the name of the Sovereign, but nothing he does is in alignment with the paradigm. He's obviously ill and needs to be removed. My partner and I are loyal subjects of the Protectorate, but we were forced to flee after pointing out the obvious. Is everyone so oblivious that they can't see what is going on? I was to meet my partner in a cave to the northwest of here. We were going to hide until the current Montelli crisis has been resolved. I fled Montelli, but I'm still loyal. Once I stop shaking, I'll continue on my way. Thank you again, stranger. I owe you my life.
Figured this ship would have departed by now.
You know how Sentinels are.
Fastest way forward is through! How are you still upright or...
Always crabby. Top of my club.
Happy to assist in crafting more ammo, if you need it.
Back again. Thought we were done for now. You again. I heard fighting. What's going on?
We're not Protectorate. We're your ticket out of this hotbox. Esculepe sent us.
Esculepe? Zeb sent you? Wait, you're Niles, aren't you? Count on Zeb to go as far as raising the dead to help. But it's too late. I gather you haven't noticed the bodies in the pen here.
Oh. The others don't look like they suffered easy deaths. What happened?
Montelli, damn him! He executed March and Pharaoh outright, ranting about traitors. Then the Consul Sentinel arrived to conduct a preliminary interrogation. She tortured us for information. The others didn't survive her enthusiasm for the work. I'm only here because the Consul wants someone brought back to him, alive. Lucky me. Thanks. Can't take all the credit, though. The Sentinel seemed spent by the time she got to me. Wore herself out on the others, I guess. Quick, though, before I forget or we're interrupted, I memorized the cipher. It's 02519W. Should help Zeb decode the intelligence we sent him a whole lot faster. Kind of you to offer, but I'm not going anywhere.
If you're too hurt to walk, I'm sure the commander and I could...
No, it's not that. I need the Sentinel to take me onto that transport. I want her to think she's won. And then, just as we leave orbit, I'm going to blow her pretty ship to pieces.
That might just be the most ruthless bait and switch I ever heard. Your friends ought to be proud.
Thanks. Funny what ideas come into your head after losing a molar. I'm no martyr. If there was another way to protect Zebulon and our cell, I'd take it. But if I escape, the Protectorate will pursue me, and everyone I care about will be in danger. I'll make it look like an accident. Mechanical failure. When I was being tortured, I saw some frayed wires near the fuel system. With the right spark, I think I can ignite it.
I have my doubts. Even if she managed to spark a few wires, that ship's bound to have a fire suppression system. It would kick in if there was any real ignition.
What do you propose, then?
Not blowing yourself up, for starters.
You know how relentless the Protectorate is. But if I die, that's the end of it. The Consul will turn his attention elsewhere, and our cause can continue in the shadows. Please, if you can help me sabotage the transport, then help me. We don't have much time.
Might be I could sabotage the transport from the outside. Make it look like negligent maintenance. What do you think, Commander? Yes, Commander. Stay put. Shouldn't take me too long. Done. Won't go into the particulars, but you can trust that ship will blow the moment it hits orbit.
Excellent work. I see why Zebulon liked having you around. I'd say I won't forget how you've helped me, but, well, you know. Tell Zeb what happened, won't you? That it was my decision. And I was at peace with it. The bravest thing I ever did was start thinking for myself. Everything else after that's been easy.
Good luck, Audra.
Likewise. And thank you both, again.
Distracted, daydreaming on the job. Mental refreshment centers are there to help
you. You've returned, but where are the others? Hold a moment. What's that in the sky? A Protectorate transport? What in the blazes was that? What do you mean? All of them? And you didn't think to dissuade her? Damn it, Niles! Our cause isn't served by more corpses. You're right. I apologize. Audra was never one for half measures. I know all too well how stubborn she can be. Still, her loss will be felt. Was she at least able to give you the cipher before the end? I wish the success of this venture had not come at such a terrible cost. But at least it was not for nothing. Perhaps I was mistaken about your commitment to making amends, Niles. Thank you for being true.
Can't fault you for having doubts. But I have changed. I am changing.
I hope you'll both forgive me my earlier disposition. I'm not normally so surly. I'm pleased Niles has found such a supportive friend and ally. That's a rare thing in this colony. I haven't much to reward you with, but take this. It's something I had started on for Niles long ago. Hopefully it fits. This information came at a steep price, but I'll put it to good use. Expect to hear from me should our cause require further assistance from the Earth Directorate's best.
Got time for a debrief, Commander?
Yeah.
Feels good, don't it? Helping folks like Zeb and Audra hit back against the Protectorate. Almost like being back with the Earth Directorate. It was what she wanted. Having some time to cogitate on it, I think she was right. Now, hopefully, the Protectorate won't see coming whatever Zeb's got planned next. Anyway, it's easy to focus on all that's gone wrong, but wins ought to be celebrated too. We blew up a Protectorate vessel and killed a Sentinel. On Triangular, might have suggested going for drinks somewhere they don't come with fuel, but here, I think we'll have to settle for patting each other on the back. Shucks, Commander. I'm gonna get top-heavy you keep paying me compliments like that. Thanks again for going out of your way to help Zeb. Now I can focus on hunting down DeVries without feeling like I've got a rabid sprat in my back pocket.
Oh, what's this? Non-Protectorate personnel just sauntering up onto my porch, free as they please. Admit I'm accustomed to a higher standard of precaution. State your purpose, outsider, or exit yon way you came. Ah, I see you've discovered some of my misappropriated materials. Careful labeling proves prudent and useful yet again. Here, for your effort. A full set of Science Adventures Quarterly was stolen from me and sold to various unknown parties across the island. Since you've already proven adept at their repossession, I would put it to you to locate the rest. In exchange, I will provide you with rarities and bits. In my role, I compile material providing special insight on other colonies. Items prohibited to others, news logs, serials, and the like. During recent troubles, unsavory elements removed certain items from my old office. Among them, this entire series, which took considerable time to assemble, I might add. Ah, quite right. In fact, delightful. I am pleased you are on the case, as it were. So very Zane and Buddy. Return again when you have another 4 volumes. and I will trade them for more valuable oddities. May safety, amity, and ease be yours.
Consider me uplifted. Let's see what's next. Another Force Rockets. Force Rockets. Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your launch today. When you miss the call for chow, but you want to eat something.
Let's get diplomacy. Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
When your tea is getting free and your winger out of steam, but your because of doing Force Rockets. Force Rockets. Force Rockets. Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your lunch today.
Take him out! Let's dispense with the how do you do.
your lunch today. Put a rocket in your pocket and launch your lunch today.
Honest-to-goodness broadcasting for straight shooters across Arcadia. This is Wireless Free Arcadia.
Soundly, knowing you are safe at all times from malingerers of our fair Eden. Even our most capable defenders are well defended. Consider our Arbiter training facility, east of Fairfield, near the Broken Spire. It is impervious to infiltration thanks to its unflagging automechanical guardians. Only the most incautious base individualists would dare set foot within sensor range. Let them. Prudence dictates those who live solely for themselves die alone. Also painfully and bullet-riddled.
Next up,
here's a song for you to enjoy while you solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
Comfortable plenty for each of us to own. Oh, Gloria, Arcadia, never be outshone. Oh, colony, Arcadia, our home.
Subject lacking the appropriate seal for their assigned work. For mental refreshment upstairs. It's not just a good idea.
Kill crazed passerby who can hear this. Yes, you! I am trapped inside the research lab at a former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri Center. You must help me. You must! My subordinates have become homicidal. Crazed passerby who can hear this.
Let's wreck them!
Random, non-kill crazed passerby who can hear this? Yes, you! I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri Center. You must help me. You must! My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions. Find me in the renovated grain silo. Help me formulate a cure. Hello? Calling out to any random, non-kill crazed passerby who can hear this? Yes, you! I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri Center. You must help me. You must! My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable.
Those guards are mighty agitated, and some are wearing gas masks. Yeah, something ain't right here. We should be cautious.
My face feels... And I am brimming with anger.
We've got company, Commander. The unfriendly kind.
Absolutely! Break our backs getting this lab set up in record time. Meanwhile, half of us are still sleeping
What was that?
outdoors. I want a void damn mattress!
This better be good. Closing in.
Let's get them over with!
Got some bad company.
Once more, I find myself
Aggressors in range.
about anything and everything.
I heard that. Heard something. My favorite cut, the flank.
We're in the fight.
Grenade out. Coming in.
Good. Where were we?
Somebody cover.
Check enemy light just turned on.
My annoyance is palpable. My frustration.
What void was that?
Let me know when you need any stretch.
Favorite cut, the flank.
Got some bad company.
You there? Oh, you're lightly affected too, aren't you? Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elmet Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor. Yes, tragedy has befallen a number of my subordinates. I will trust you not to make light of such heart-rending events. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me, as an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment. Our lab had been researching the red spores that grow nearby to see if they might contribute to future Auntie's Choice products. As per usual, we threw precaution to the wind. A local spore sample interacted with a wonderfully preservative-rich diet of Auntie's Choice personnel, inadvertently leading to a chance reaction causing profound irritability. To a somewhat homicidal degree, it would seem to appear. By that measure, our work here could be considered a moderate success. Well, of course, succeeding in a haphazard fashion is one of the first courses taught to Auntie's Choice students in any field. But yes, I am something of a visionary. You see, our lab is a far cry from the others. You're part of something bigger here. The individual not only thrives, but shines even more brightly with the help of their brethren. It all requires a certain devotion. In the end, it's really quite in the best interests of everyone's careers. A rising tide raises all boats, as they say. Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think? Oh dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well-versed with pharmacological matters? Apologies. I do tend to assume everyone has a doctorate. No matter, if you are capable of following simple instructions, I'm sure I can guide you through it. Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions? We'll need two things: fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course. Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here, ingeniously referred to as the Red Spire. The research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds, a satellite lab to this one, if you will. Once we have an antidote firmly in hand, we can save my remaining colleagues, so best not murder them all in the meantime.
Typical Auntie's choice. Moving fast and breaking things.
Goodwin here. Field report update. We are approaching the Raptidon Den. These beasts have exhibited excessive irritability as of late. We endeavor to determine why. Surely the red spores aren't to blame. Windborne spores lack the catalytic agent of our food additives. Only way to be certain is to gather a stool sample. Simple enough. A routine task for the Audacious Advances field team. Quiet now as we approach the rap's nest. Certainly this spirited variety will offer... Oh, no! Oh, okay. We need to run now!
Take him out!
Foraging time's over. We should have what we need.
shit was that? Ain't nothing there. I'm warning you. I presently persist in a state of ceaseless perturbation.
A dead lab worker. Unarmed. Could be they were trying to interfere with the...
Haha. Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball and... perfect. I'm sure we have the correct neutralizing agent here in the lab. I'll nose out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail. Always fortuitous to have ready access to a key chemical agent nearby. This might work out yet. Auntie may ignore our recent setbacks if I deliver an easy-to-market product. Just imagine the ad slogans. Air, now with extra fractiousness. Though, I suppose it only works on other Auntie's Choice employees, not our preservative-free rivals. Oh, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Now we must formulate an antidote. If we're able to save my remaining subordinates, they can help us rush this product to market. Normally, I'd say perfection can't be hurried, but... there. I have determined the ideal counteragent. Here you are. Place it and the spore samples into that synthesizer. Enable the device, and it will beget a working antidote momentarily. Return with it directly as soon as it does, if you please. I cannot wait to put this entire sordid affair behind us. Though in the end, this should turn out to be quite a lucrative day. I saw you working the chemical synthesizer. I presume you were successful in creating an antidote? Good, good.
Place the antidote into the slot here. I'll insert it into the air filtration system. That will cycle it throughout the area and cure all afflicted. When backup arrives and releases me, I'll run a tally of all here who survived. Not to boast, but I'd say this wildly dangerous experimental agent was quite effective. You can be sure that management and I will see it's put to good use. I may even get a promotion off this. Not budging? Oh, all right. I suppose I'd be willing to throw in a little extra as a merit bonus for your superlative performance. Wonderful, wonderful! Knew you seemed a bankably reliable sort. All right. I am activating the air filtration system. There. Should only take a few moments for the antidote to circulate. Everyone still alive should be right as rain shortly. Marvelous. You'll find your remuneration in the chest behind me. My supervisor will hear of your actions. Oh, and before I forget, I, Omid Ormsby, under the power granted me by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, hereby free you from impressed service to Auntie's Choice. Be seeing you.
Whatever went wrong here, I wager it's got to do with that red substance. Might be best we look and don't touch.
Captain, have we truly certified that all in our midst are suited for
Ready to wait. On your
This would
command.
be most disheartening were any of us to bear reservations.
If you take issue with my presence, speak plainly. My loved one's deeds bear no influence on my own.
Your loved ones, Juan? Once a loved one of mine became a traitor, I would no longer refer to them thusly. Unless you still harbor feelings.
Enough! Your sniping discredits you both. Wardens must speak through action. Move out!
Seen these before. It's a Protectorate vestige, which means none of their troops made it out alive. If we want in, we'll need to gather all their armorial IDs. Not exactly up for that right now.
Talking tragedy.
Hey, got a distraction for you.
Back in business.
Unless you plan on conjuring ammo from the Aether, we ought to get the crafting some.
Can't get that Andy's Choice jingle out of my head. Hey, if I start humming it, you do what you gotta. Anyway, need something, Commander?
Sure. Always happy to tour around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
I'd heard tale of those war-bred monstrosities, but this facility is overrun. We must pull back. Return with no less than a support battery.
Wardens do not retreat, nor take any ignoble action. I shall excuse your cowardice by way of shock. Whether we are destined to succeed or die, we shall do what is required of us. We will not falter. Marchand, make a duplicate of our field recording, in the event we don't survive.
Hit him hard!
Has ceased. Is there any way Ames and Marchand could have... I'm sorry, LaRue. They died in the service of the Protectorate. Stop. Breathe. Then we shall press on. You surprise me. We cannot complete this mission and yet live. And should we live to see it through, your wife shall meet her end. Yet, your resolve remains unshaken.
Any less would disgrace the Sovereign. Disgrace us all. Shoulder your rifle. We shall press on and see this mission to its completion.
That noise doesn't sound like... Oh, blast! Hand me my rifle! My rifle!
Everyone else heard that, right?
Back in business.
Nicely handled, Commander. Lift your business. Damn it! I swear if not for bad luck, we had none at all. Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal. All the ones you need to worry about. You couldn't hit the broadside of a
Climb up the
freighter.
shaft faster than this.
I'd like to have a word with whoever's in charge of maintenance around here. Right after we deal with these guys. All that was some kind of universal test? I hope this means we passed.
Seemed like good soldiers. Too bad it had to end this way.
Wouldn't have figured someone of your affiliation to get all misty-eyed over a bunch of dead protectors.
Not gonna dance on their graves. Protectorate or not, I know what it's like to be faced with a hopeless situation. Faced with death, it's never easy.
This is one. I have suffered grievous wounds. At least one of my lungs meets the open air. LaRue fell swiftly. Screamed for me to help, but if I had remained to aid her, the mission would be at its end. The mission which is now doomed regardless.
Nice thing. Good luck. This will make it inside the box not much easier for us.
Introducing Auntie's new line of specialty drinks for the discerning consumer.
I've been bartering with defectors. Traded one forced rocket for a whole... Came at prestige force flow. Straight up. I got a plan. You know those slack...
Holler when you're ready for me, Doc. I'll be over here. Definitely not in excruciating pain. Every time I think I'm having a bad day, I just tell myself, wait till tomorrow. It'll probably be worse.
Take the pressure off with Anti-Fizzles. Bottled under more than 3 atmospheres of pressure.
Take care in the northern regions of the island. Fewer reports from scouts. Heightened degree of danger. Maybe that's something to look forward to. Loose your words. I'm listening. Good work. Sure, it'll aid your path into the Vox. Presuming you keep your nerve. Let me spin you a yarn. One of my elite regiments ceased replying to hails several weeks ago. Hardy bunch. Fought all across the system. Yesterday, the Protectorate launched the regiment commander's upper torso into one of our encampments, which makes 2 1/3 complete corpses of a 6-person unit. Mocking us. Calculating bastards, the Protectorate. Would admire their efficacy if it weren't taking so many of my best and brightest. Once the fighting reignites in full, they'll pay dearly. Aye, that they do. Dents morale something fierce. Seems Milver Street is good for something after all. I can almost respect the Protectorate's efficiency, though doing so would be easier while on the backs of their capitulating leaders. Oh, I have solutions by the notebook, but my fellows like the sand to enact them. Well, we'll have to see how things change once I'm at the head of Auntie's military divisions. Fun as it is to discuss reasoning, reckon our time would be better spent focused on business.
Maybe focus on self-bettering yourself.
Welcome, welcome. See anything you like? Well, if it isn't a new face in Fairfield. What I meant to say is that we now have the new improved Purple Berry Crunch. Now with 10% more flavor. Or was it crunch? Gladly. No better choice than Auntie's choice. Hello again. I don't think we were properly introduced. I'm Arthur Crombie. Welcome to More Perfect Goods, a proud Auntie's Choice franchise. I've been working the store going on a few weeks now. Got promoted shortly after Auntie's Choice liberated Fairfield. Still finding my stride with all the marketing suavities, as you witnessed. Advertising's been a right struggle to get a hold of, much to my chagrin. Well, advertising is an essential part of my business. But I haven't got any new products to advertise. Just the same stock I had yesterday. And the day before that. According to the guide, in situations such as this, I'm to consult my marketing department for new copy. Except I don't have one of those either. I didn't want to seem discourteous by asking. I still sometimes forget this isn't the Protectorate. Maybe I will put in the request. That'll sure show some initiative. Thanks for all your help. Now, is there anything I can do for you? Thanks for noticing. All part of the presentation, of course. Think success, present success, be success. It'd be a mite tricky for anyone to swipe something when I'm standing right here. Nothing gets past these peepers. Sure thing. Exit encouragement. Hold on, that's not right. Just a moment, I'll remember. When you want better than the best, think more perfect goods. Say, I think I'm getting a handle on this. Top rungers, here I come.
Protectorate folk feel about all these little rifts. Auntie insists they're the next big money-making opportunity. Between you and me, I don't buy it.
We are told again and again that the rifts are merely a natural phenomenon, just cogs in the machinery of the universe, as we all are.
Yeah, I don't buy that either.
Starting to feel hopeful about settling here in Fairfield.
Why settle when you can thrive?
Sure.
I'm not really sure. It's just a slogan.
I'm simply not credulous enough to accept this is where I've been. I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment. I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So, I'm on my own here, breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Oh, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work? Quite the setup, ain't it? Before we took Fairfield, Auntie's Choice didn't have anything like this. Every kind of plant we've got was made to thrive in a chemical vat. But the Protectorate grows all their greens the old-fashioned way, with water and soil and actual fertilizer. I can't decide if it's adorably quaint or just plain daft. Then again, they all only have one job, so they have the time to indulge in all those sorts of archaic whimsies. Damn lucky Crabble copulators. Research mostly, some wholesale, and as the base for some small batch, highly exclusive, limited edition retail runs. Though I expect word any day that the big brains in R&D will have tweaked and twisted these plants so they're better than nature. Then we push the new product on the market. And my contract says I get 0.003427% of net after development, testing, packaging, advertising, and distribution costs. So you know, this is a pretty big deal for me. Well, I've got a lot left to do and not much time left to do it in, so you can show yourself out.
schedule an appointment if you need to talk to me.
If you're about to blast me about fixing that void-forsaken terminal, it'll have to wait. I'm entitled to a break like anyone else. It's in my contract. I triple-checked. You must be thinking of some other brand of coffin nails. Andy's Coronas are made with only the best carcinogenic substitutes. Guaranteed to extend your life, not shorten it. It's also the only smoke worth a good damn on this moon. Here, try a pack. On me. Glad I can please one person today. Can't say my actual taskmasters are too happy with me. I'm getting pressure from the folks up top to deploy these Protectorate drones to the military camp on behalf of Auntie's Choice. But that terminal's been giving me some trouble. The drones are ready to launch. All that needs doing is fixing their targeting priorities so they mark us as friendlies. But I can't breach the terminal's security protocols. Drones are only as dangerous as their programming. But it's a moot point anyway. These ones ain't gonna shift on their own anytime soon. And that there's a problem. I know it probably seems like we're up to our ducks in troops, but half of them are ex-Protectorate trainees who can't tell the business end of a rifle. We need these drones. As long as I'm on break, work does not exist. I cannot see the terminal. I do not hear the terminal. Get me? If you want to go poking around, that's your prerogative. Just don't break anything, all right? Look at them go. Kara's gonna be pleased having them added to the arsenal.
These rifts got me awful perturbed. Ain't reality hard enough without some nerve-wracking phenomenon punching holes in it?
With a door this tough, they must be storing something good in there.
Yeah, guns, armor, probably some ammunition too. Honestly, Kemp ain't that much of a mystery.
Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's Choice?
You're thinking too small, Murph. I'd put money on the Protectorate stashing treasure inside. A whole pool of bits enough to swim in.
It's a constabulary, not a bank. And certainly not some kind of gold-filled swimming hole. Besides, these Protectorate lack imagination. Never had an original thought wasn't written down for them first. Like I told you before, it's probably just guns.
We've tried everything short of skipping a ship through that door to get inside. Though, come to think of it, maybe that's not such a bad idea.
I'd love to see the Quartermaster's face after turning her lamps onto that requisition request.
Fine. Skip drives out. Say, maybe we could commandeer one of them tractors out in the field instead. Oh, bet that could plow through the door.
Blowtorch.
Hand crank.
Electric saw.
Oh, and there was that attempt with the automech. Wonder if they ever got it walking again. Oh, really? Why didn't you lead with that?
Ordinarily, I'd question how you came about such a unique skill set. But circumstances being what they are, have at it. Just know we're keeping an eye on you. Appreciate your help. These weapons are gonna save lives. On our side, anyway.
Whoever fixes this rift problem is definitely getting a hull-side suite with an Elysium view in head office tower. Just wish they'd solve it already. These rifts are giving me the collywobbles.
Our target audience here is people who want to forget their worries, and sometimes their names.
Oh, you must be one of my copious direct reports. Rest assured. Time for another performance review already. Apologies, I'm still applying the required elbow grease to scour these surfaces, just like a novice facility sanitizer should. Oh no, I'm not getting demoted again, am I? This meritocratic society is still so foreign. The workplace skullduggery, the prioritizing of self over community, the excessively colorful nutrition. I fear I'm not cut out for this canid, eat canid lifestyle. Seems the only way to flourish is through general underhandedness and ruthless efficiency. Never picked up those skills in my 50 years as Fairfield's drone operator. Pity they didn't keep me on there. I was quite skilled at it. Why, of course. Once a drone operator, always a drone operator. Just enter this code and you should be able to circumvent any lockouts. Thank you for making me feel like a vital cog in the system again. Well, now I better get back to cleaning. The only good employee is a useful one, after all.
I ain't even close to hitting rock bottom yet. Middling bottom, sure, but not rock bottom.
I must ask you to hold still.
My liver ain't the lily kind. Tell it to me straight, Doc.
The bullet shattered your tibia and all but demolished your gastrocnemius muscle. Due to the risk of infection, I have to abscise your leg. There is good news, however. I recently enrolled in a course on advanced amputation techniques, so I'll be seeing a positive return on my investment sooner than expected. Pharmaceuticals, bandages, tinctures, it's all here.
Don't believe the rumors. Our rates of sepsis are lower than anywhere else on Eden.
Someday, when I make it big in lower middle management, I'm gonna come back here and buy this crummy Pud Saloon.
You approach openly, despite your new standing as a minion of Commander Babylon Carr. Well, speak all you like, you've aligned yourself with the Brute, thereby identifying yourself as one. I shall not forget this anytime soon. Go on, then. I've some faint recollections of the fuzz beneath my hat. Perhaps I saw such a name amidst my perusal of the Protectorate domicile assignment records. The record room is in this building. You have my permission to peruse at your leisure.
DeVries sure has some cheek putting the Earth Directorate symbol on her wall after everything she's done.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me, though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it, though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I? I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientist. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking? Oh, yeah? And how many of those colleagues went and blew up a space station on account of it? Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy. We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us. Reckon so. Some might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangulum. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers. Ain't cynical if it turns out true. DeVries was willing to sacrifice us. I have to know what for. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic. Real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks. Used to think they were good people trying to do right by their beliefs. But if they put the idea in DeVries' head to leave us for dead, it might be time I reassess that opinion. I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the grand architect, Void, even capital. I know how most colonies run. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue. No, didn't even know DeVries was alive until she brought the satellite down. Until then, what kept me going was mostly training and stubbornness. And Val. But to your point, holding someone who's wronged you accountable for their actions ain't an act of vengeance. Some might call it justice. You forget we're on the same side here, Commander? I'm not the only one DeVries wronged. She robbed you of 10 years of your life. Don't you want recompense for that? No. But it might keep her from stealing more years from someone else. Or doing worse still. Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there.